hit record. And please feel free, throughout the call to put in the chat, like if you want to say anything or if you have any questions, you don't want to forget like what that question was. So tonight's topic is letting go of your past self so you can develop more creativity and find new success in your business. And I'm sure this touched a lot of you just by the title. So diving straight in, you cannot expect to do everything the same way you always have and expect to see different results. It's just not a thing. And when I was typing this out, like this is obviously business, but I felt like so much fitness journey vibes in here too. And I always say that fitness is so much like business. It truly is. It's trusting, it's patience, it's keep showing up, all the things. It's so tied into it, and I love it. If I continue to show up the same way today that I did last year and all the years before, I wouldn't continue to see new success. And that would be very discouraging. And so if you find yourself in a place in your business today where you feel discouraged, like I encourage you to look at that. Like, are you showing up the same way that you were a year ago? That could be why. That is actually very boring for yourself to do the same. That's like so mundane. And the beauty in this business is not mundane. Like we're pulling people out of the mundane to have more freedom and to have more fun. If you want different success, more success, new success, you have to change, use your creativity, and let go of the girl you were a year ago. And that hits hard. Those times are gone though. Who are you now? And I can guarantee all of you feel like you are a total different girl this year than you were last year. Put in the chat now. Are you different today than you were a year ago? I definitely am, like 100%. And even last year, I remember thinking back like a year prior to that, being like, oh my God, like I've changed so much. I'm a better leader. I'm a better person. I look better physically. I'm mentally better, like all the things. But creativity is a mindset. It truly is. It's kind of like a choice. I've heard people say like, I'm not creative, like I can't do that. It's like, yes, you absolutely can. There's probably been just a time in your life where either someone in school like made you feel like you weren't good enough, or you couldn't create, or because like when we're little and we're little kids, like we're so creative, like we're constantly using our imagination and being creative and going our own way and being so unique. But some point in our childhood or in adulthood, that gets fucked up by someone or from something. And you have to believe that answers and solutions are out there if you're willing to keep fighting to find them with your business. Each door you open leads to another door. Meaning that when you choose to switch something around, you find a new way of success. And I personally became more creative when I began to believe that there was always an answer. Like definitely in my first couple years, I would always reach out to my mentor, like always had questions. Like if you don't have questions in your first year, like number one, you're probably not doing much, or number two, you're just like not willing to like engage in the business, because you should definitely have questions. Actually, I just messaged my mentor today about a question about total solution packs. And I've been in this business for 6 years, full force for 4 years. But that just goes to show, like you need to be connected to your mentor, asking questions. And I believe that everything and everyone can get better. Everyone and everything can get better. When you can start to believe this way, it gives you the confidence that you can help people make a difference. And it inspires you to keep looking for ways to solve problems and to pursue new things. Next, we stay in business because we continue to create. So people who stay in business, they stay in business because they continue to create. We have to continually create to be successful. What worked for you last year might no longer be working, and that's okay. It's just like life. Everything is always changing, and sometimes it's hard to accept that, but it's also a good thing. Hashtag growth. Oh my God, what is that quote? I know I have it saved on Pinterest. It's like, oh my God, if you could actually give me a moment, because it's so good. Did I save it in here? It's along the lines of like if life just got really hard. Has anyone else ever heard this? Like if life got really hard, that means like you're actually trying, like stuff is happening. We take life as like, we take the curveballs and the challenges and all the bad times as like almost like a sign that we should give up. But that should always be the sign to keep going because you're always going to have those roadblocks. Like it would never, I put this in my post the other day, it would not be called a journey if there were not those types of things in the journey. And because you always hear like, if it was easy, everyone would be fucking doing it. That's the thing because it's not easy. But that's exactly, anyways, this is exactly what happened to me. Like this year, there's so many twists and turns that I have taken with my business in this year. Why? Because I want a bigger team, more leaders, and more success every year. You can't stand still and expect to see different results. Sometimes we have to pivot and find new ways to help us to have continuous success. I take action when I'm inspired, and it strikes every morning after my personal development rituals, my morning routine with ritual. The key to increasing your creativity is to schedule time for it. And if you don't, you won't find it. You will not find it in this business. And if you watch multiple top coaches a day, if you watch multiple people on the team, you're fucking up your creativity. And I know it's so much fun to watch the team. It truly is. I love it too. But there's a time and place for it, I believe. There's a time and place for it. And I'm telling you this now so you don't burn out. Because I know what burnout feels like and it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. And I encourage you, if you're listening to this and you're like, damn, she's speaking to me, choose to watch your favorite people in your downtime. Like your business is taken care of, right? You've done your work, you've posted, you just feel good. Then you can go watch theirs because watching other people is not building your business. It's actually taking so much time away from your business. And then you wonder why your business isn't growing. You wonder why you're not at Success Club. You wonder why you're not at Emerald because you're watching too many people. The discipline of developing this habit gives you the results that you desire, making time for creativity and finding that time in your day where you feel really clear-minded. You just done your personal development. Get some ideas down that you can talk about that day. Think about like what you haven't talked about in a while. Think about like a post you can make that day. Did anything in your personal development inspire you? Create that. Immediately implement that stuff. When was the last time you said goodbye to something that was special or worked at some point that no longer works today? Think about it. And I'm sure a lot of you haven't done this. For me, literally in the beginning of the year, I got rid of a lot of ways that I did things. One of the simple things that I did, I stopped using Instagram filters because it got to a point where I felt ugly if I didn't use a filter, and that's not okay. That was a challenge. That was actually very out of my comfort zone. I used filters for years on my face. So I stopped and I haven't used since. So it's like 6 months. But just the way that I lead, the way that I literally don't give a fuck about what anyone has to say, when anyone thinks of me, whether it be on the team or anywhere. Like I am in my lane and I will lead you guys and I will show you what's possible, but I'm not gonna drag anyone. I'm not gonna drag anyone in life. Like I can't save you, you have to save yourself. And if we are satisfied, we don't try to get better. So something you guys might hear me always say is like that never satisfied mindset. It's like I'm grateful for what I have and what I've already worked for, while also always striving to be better. Always, and you can have both. These things are both necessary. Cultivating originality. This will give you the ability to create fresh, unique, unusual, different ideas and cultivate boldness. This will give you the willingness to be daring, try new things, and take risks. Both are so necessary for this business. Originality, so being yourself, and cultivate boldness, that confidence, being bold, standing up for your business and your life and your family, and fighting for it. 2 more slides. I'm not afraid to show up. I'm afraid to not live up to my full potential. And then I thought about this because sometimes I still like tonight talking my story. I told you guys I was sweating, I was shaking, but it was like a good thing. I'm not calling that anxiety. I'm calling that like excitement. Like I was excited. If you tell yourself like, oh my God, like I'm freaking out, like I think on my story, like that is creating so much not good energy in your life. But if you can switch it to, holy crap, like people are waiting for me to get on my story so they can listen to me. I'm excited to say what I have to say because people are listening, people care. And when you have that like different mindset with it, no longer will you be like, oh my God, I don't know what to say. Like, what are people going to think of me? Like that stuff just has to end. You can't continue to be so afraid of social media. It's social media. Block someone if they're hating on you. I've blocked people for the simplest things. One time this girl, it rubbed me the wrong way and I blocked her. It was when I first dyed my hair black. And you guys know I always listen to rock music. And I was doing my workout moves. I had black hair. I just cut my bangs straight across. And she was like, are you okay? You seem so different. I blocked her. You guys might think that's fucking crazy, but like that's just me protecting my energy. So it's whatever you gotta do to like quiet all the noise so you can focus and literally have the success that you want. Every day is a new day, so your stories should show that too. I can't express this enough. I wouldn't even want to do this business every day if I posted the same stuff every day. So like I said in the beginning, if you feel like you're starting to like go through the motions in this business, you need a pivot. You need a pivot. That's like your sign to pivot. And that's okay. Like nothing's wrong with that. We all go through it. We all go through it. We're constantly, this is the next part. We evolve, we grow, we change. You are not the same woman you were a year ago. So prove that. Prove that on your social media. You're not even the same girl that you were yesterday. Seriously, we change so much. So stop being boring. You don't even watch boring people on social media. Don't expect your followers to engage, join you, or reach out if you're only sharing your voice once a week, a workout move, supplement, and someone else's Instagram quote. So I got to share the story real quick too. I'm not going to say her name, but last year there was this girl that was recruited by another girl on our team. She recruited a girl. Okay. The girl that got recruited to our team was super inconsistent with the business, but the girl that she recruited literally. So, okay, how do I explain this? This girl that I recruited ended up quitting the business. I had done a few calls with her. She was so serious, right? Very consistent. And then she was inconsistent because of college. Well, she recruited a coach. Once that girl quit, the coach that she signed up under someone else and literally is so consistent, has hit like Success Club 12 every single fucking month and is crushing it. And she reached out to me today. She actually reached out to me yesterday. And she was like, I literally aspire to be you. Like, wow. I was like, I died the day that you left our team, actually. And she messaged me today and she asked, how long did it take you to get to Diamond? I'm feeling really discouraged. I literally sent her this message. I said, I can't give you everything. You're not on my team, but I can send you some encouragement, right? I told her, I said, stop being boring. I said, you've posted 3 times this month. I said, you never share your voice on social media. I said, that'll never build a business. And she was like, literally full body chills. I'm going all in. I'm fucking doing this. I needed that tough love. So sometimes you need that kick in the ass to be like, yeah, I do need to like up my game. Like I am playing it small. I'm not sharing my voice, you know? And I don't know about you, but I'm obsessed with becoming better every single day. I don't spend time thinking about what I did yesterday, last month, last year, or the year before. I'm grateful, but I also recognize that all we have is today. Yesterday is gone and tomorrow is not promised. If you want to keep improving and expanding your business, you have to keep improving yourself and your team. You are smart. You are creative. Don't let that shit go to waste. Let it shine. And that's actually it for tonight. I do have to say, next week we're having a guest speaker hosting call. She's not on our team, so this will be really fun for you guys to get to hear from her. I will tell you that I think a couple of you know her. Yeah, a couple of you definitely know her, but she had success. She's successful, and like that's why I chose her. So you guys can really look up to her. She's really busy too, so I chose that too. So Q&A time. Let me stop the share. 1 second.